Parts of a flower. Flowers play a crucial role in the ecosystem. It has much more than what meets the eye. A flower's unique beauty cannot be topped by any artificial beauty. Flowers are not just nature's decorations, but also they do a great job in keeping nature's balance. On the other hand, flowers feed animals and humans by producing fruits. They provide healthy, natural medicines. In the honey industry, flowers play a major role as bees collect nectar from the flowers to make honey. Humans use flowers to manufacture perfumes and also give fragrance to many products like soap, body lotions, shower gel, shampoo, hairspray, deodorant, hand sanitizer, washing powder and liquid, toothpaste, facial cleanser, and many more cosmetic products. So, in this video, I'm going to talk about the parts of a flower and their functions. To do that, first I'm going to dissect a flower. And yeah, let's discover what's inside it. This is the flower from my garden that I chose to dissect. It's a rose. Okay, now I'm ready to dissect my rose. You need to be very careful and have patience when doing this, so that you can get two perfect halves of the flower. The best tool to dissect a flower is a blade, like the one I'm using now. But remember, the blade is really sharp and you have to handle it with extreme care. If you cannot do it, please get it done by your parents or any adult, which is so much the better. I'm also wearing a pair of gloves to safeguard my fingers. So now, let's start dissecting the flower, carefully and patiently, in order to get two perfect halves. After splitting the flower, carefully open it without damaging the internal parts. No need to rush at all. Now, we are ready with the dissected flower. Let's take one of the halves and see what it has to show us. These are the two halves of my dissected rose. This is another dissected flower. It is called gazania or African daisy. This is one of the halves of the dissected rose. Are you ready to see what's inside it? Parts of a rose. Petal. Anther. Filament. The anther and filament together are called the stamen. This is the male part of the flower. Stigma. Style. Ovules. Ovary. And this combination is called the pistil or carpel, the female part of the flower. Sepal. Hypantheum or receptacle. Stalk. Female and male reproductive parts of a flower. In this structure, after removing the petals, you can now clearly see both female and male reproductive parts of the flower. But can you really tell them apart? Which one is male and which one is female? On the left, you see the female part. On the right side is the male part of the flower. This is the female part. The female part is also known as the pistil or carpel. And this is the male part. The male part is also known as the stamen. Female reproductive parts of a flower. Stigma, style, ovary. And this combination is called the pistil or carpel, the female part of the flower. Ovules, stigma. Stigma contains a sticky substance which catches pollen grains. Style. The style is the stalk-like thing that holds up the stigma. Ovary. The ovary holds ovules or eggs which produce female sex cells. Also, ovary turns into the fruit after the process fertilization. Ovules. Ovules produce female sex cells. After fertilization, the ovules become the seeds. The male reproductive part of a flower. Anther, filament. The anther and filament together are called the stamen. This is the male part of the flower. Anther. The anther holds a yellow dust called pollen grains. Each pollen grain has a male sex cell. Filament. Filament holds up the anther. What are the other parts of the flower? Petals, sepal, nectaries, hypantheum, or receptacle. Stalk. Petals. Petals are often very brightly colored. Their main job is to attract insects such as bees or butterflies to the flower. These insects pick up pollen from the flower and carry it to the next flower they visit. This is how most flowers get pollinated. Sepals, hypantheum, nectaries, and stalk. Sepals. Sepals are special types of leaves that form a ring around the petals. Their job is to protect the flower while it's still a bud. After the flower has opened, the sepals can still be seen behind the petals. Sepals are usually green or brown, although some plants they are the same color as the petals. Hypantheum or receptacle. Hypantheum is the top of the flower stalk. It is often rounded in shape. All the parts of the flower are attached to the hypantheum, which acts as a receptacle. Nectaries. Nectaries make nectar in the flower. Nectar is a sweet substance which insects drink to give them energy. Bees also use nectar to make honey. The nectaries are usually right in the center of the flower. This means the insects have to reach deep into the flower to find the nectar. As they do so, their bodies pick up pollen from the anthers and they carry it to the next flower they visit. Stalk. Stalk holds up the whole flower, including all its parts. So, that's all about the parts of a flower. During this pandemic season, with school closures and many restrictions to our day-to-day lives, I think it is the best time to do some more studying, as we need to stay home safely. It is better not to use your screen time overly. This is how I study. Let's manage our study time and leisure time wisely while following the safety tips to avoid getting the virus. Let's hope that these difficult times will soon be finished and everyone and everything will be back to normal. Until then, happy studying, everyone! For more free lessons, worksheets, quizzes, and videos like this, visit ksschoollessons.com. Like our Facebook page, subscribe our YouTube channel, follow us on Pinterest and Twitter by clicking the links in this video description. Thanks for watching and see you next time in another video like this.